Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Valkyria Chronicles, fellow Gallian soldiers. Alright.
Hello, Oh, and there have been some new recruits. You should take a look at the master list.
Alright. Alright, so we now have Micah. We don't have any open slots, so it doesn't really matter all that much, and I'm not really interested in changing out my troops at the moment, but... Let's see, Homer... Who is a guy. That's all? 2 new recruits? Oh well.
Come back.
Alright. We'll be doing that certainly, but not right now. I also don't feel like changing any equipment, so... Return to book mode. Come on, no, don't crash, don't crash. Yay! New reports. Personnel tab has been updated. Alright, so before we continue, let's do save. Now, you may notice there is a little bit of a new tab on the thing, so let's actually switch over to that. Yes, another chapter select. Yeah. The report.
Report. Ellet embedded.
These usually don't lead to anything in combat, but they will give you a little bit of background on some of the characters involved. Let's just play them, because I find them amusing.
Squad 7 of Regiment 3. My first impression, good. Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, squad leader. Next in command, Sergeant Alicia Melchiot. That lieutenant looks softer than I'd expect for the son of the late General Gunther. And her hometown is Brule, same as Gunther. Could be childhood friends. But if I'm lucky, they were childhood sweethearts. We'll just have to find out how close they are. Next on the list, Sergeant Largo Potter and Corporal Bridget Stark. Oh wait, that's right. Stark had a nickname. Gotta jot that down. Goes by Rosie. There. Looks like those two don't trust Gunther much yet. That could be good. Could be really good. Who does that leave? Right, the tank pilot, Corporal Isara Gunther. She's the lieutenant's sister. Now that's strange. She looks Darkson to me. Wonder how that comes into the picture. You couldn't ask for a more colorful crew than that, could you? Something tells me these guys are different than the usual troop somehow. Maybe my keen journalistic instincts? Well then... The truth's not gonna uncover itself. Here I come, ready or not.
Well, thanks for the recap there, Miss Ellet. That didn't really tell us anything we didn't already know. Yeah, that is really a point I want to stress on again, that they are really trying very hard to make us believe that, or make us feel for the common soldiers that we are fighting with, which is probably why most of the soldiers we have under our command are not wearing helmets and are showing themselves fully. Whereas all the Imperial troops appear to be wearing helmets that are so big you can't actually see their faces anymore. Except, of course, for any principal antagonists, which we haven't seen yet. And of course, the leader, some of the commanders maybe. Like that one guy that was insulting Martha for being fat in Welkin's house. But yeah, I don't know, it's just a little bit too thick on it. Maybe. especially in future installments of these reports, they will get back on how human the Imperial soldiers actually are. But for now, we're just meant to see them as antagonists. Nothing but soulless conscripts ready to do the Empire's bidding. For whatever reason.
Oh, there's Sergeant Potter, and Corporal Stark with him.
I mean, it is already sort of implied through dialogue that the Empire has ulterior motives for invading Gallia. The Ragnite is basically being posited sort of as a convenient excuse. At least that's my reading of it.
Hey, guys! Mind if I ask a few questions? It'll only take a second.
What, like an interview? What do you want to go interviewing us for?
Aw, come on, big guy. I bet we'd make better topics than some rich kid.
Wonderful. Let's start with you then, Largo. You fought in the First European War, right?
Yeah, I've been a soldier ever since, too. I'm what you'd call a seasoned warrior, see?
Uh-huh.
And why did you choose to stay in the Force? Most people try to avoid the soldiering life.
It's an honest living, plus I got my reasons. Besides, I ain't the only one. Look at Elle.
Elle? Who's Elle?
If I had to guess, I'd say Eleanor Virat. Captain Virat, that is. 3rd Regiment.
You know, it's kind of a personal to know her by a nickname like that. I wonder how Largo and Captain Virat are connected.
It seems you've got quite a history with her. Care to fill in some details for us?
There ain't no details. Is this the trash you want to write about?
Your denial only makes this more interesting, Largo.
Look, I'm a busy guy. I'm out of here.
Hey, Largo, wait up!
Oh, just let him go. We can have a little chat, just the two of us girls. So, Rosie. Can I call you Rosie? Beautiful name, by the way. Do you like flowers?
I used to sing at a bar. It was hardly a flower patch, but my nickname there stuck. Tell you what, though. Some customers came from miles away just to hear me sing.
My. So why's a pretty young songbird with a voice as sweet as a rose, so...
Roses don't have voices. Well, Enigmatic Rose has a very nice voice, but, you know, she is not playing this game.
Thorny towards Lieutenant Gunther and all those others.
Ooh, stinging pun.
I just ain't trusting my back to a stinking dark hair is all.
Traumatic past experience with the Darkson leave you bitter, maybe?
Think what you want. I got better things to do than sit around gabbing about him is all. You can put me down as allergic, yeah? Just chatting and I'm starting to feel sick.
Bet she'd spill the beans if you got her riled up enough. Maybe next time.
Yeah, or you get punched.
Still, a veteran carrying a torch for his captain and a Darkson-hating chanteuse? They may be cranky, but they're characters.
Yeah, like they were written for this. Alright, Isara.
Boo!
That's mean.
Oh, hello, Miss Ellett. How are you?
A little freaked out now. You didn't even bat an eye at that. You were staring at the sky pretty intently. Something up there we should know about?
I'd like to fly. Well, actually, I'd like to fly my brother.
Fly your brother? Care to expound on that? You don't seem the type to have her head in the clouds. It's very romantic.
Yeah. From that I gather there's not really been any advances in air power. Well, you'd think at least hot air balloons would be a thing, but surely if you've got engines like that. But then again, maybe Ragnite engines are just a little bit too heavy for most flying machines that we would think of.
I believe myself to be quite logical, really. Too logical, perhaps.
Okay, so if you don't mind my asking, how exactly are you and your brother related? Wait, let's leave that for now. How would you describe your brother as a person?
Welks is... objectively speaking, he can seem a little strange sometimes.
To put it mildly.
I see. Although I'm a little unsure of what that means, coming from you.
But he is a very kind person, and loyal. Anytime my heritage brought me trouble, he was the first to come to my defense.
I see. Sounds like you really love him, huh?
I would say I respect him a great deal.
Yeah, you respect him a great deal indeed.
Gotcha. Sounds like you lucked out in the sibling department then.
Yes, very much so. That's why I'd like to give him the opportunity to fly.
I'm still not sure I follow that exactly, but we'll leave that for another day. Thanks for your time. Next up, Squad Leader Gunther himself.
Elliot, why are you not just continuing the questioning? You could have just finished it up right here. You've got to rush. I mean, I know something has to be left for the imagination and all, but still. Alright, Lucky and Alicia.
Hello, hello! Are you ready for your big interview?
Hello, Miss Ellett. Hard at work again, I see.
Didn't you already interview him before?
Oh, Alicia, I wanted to get in a chat with you today, too.
Wait, really? You're going to write an article about me?
I can't say whether it'll make the paper, but I do have some questions for you. You've been at Lieutenant Gunther's side since you left Brule. Tell me what he's like.
Wait a minute. You want to interview me about him? Well, let's see. We only met just a few days ago, but... he's a pretty interesting person. You never know what he's going to say next.
Yeah. You'll just start talking about beetles out of nothing.
I see, I see. So, forget he's your boss for a second. What do you think of him as a guy?
Oh, come on. Do we really have to get into that?
What? I've never really thought about it. I don't know.
Well, you have an inkling, apparently.
Is that so? Well, Lieutenant Gunther, care to comment in her place? Lieutenant, where'd he go?
Huh? Oh, sorry. There was just this crazy-looking bug. I got distracted.
Welkin. She's in the room talking to you, more or less. How can you get that distracted by a bug?
See what I mean? He's an interesting guy, if unpredictable.
No kidding. Now, Lieutenant Gunther, I have a couple of questions for you. First up, how do you feel about this war, as the son of a hero from the First European War?
Same as anybody else, I guess. I want it to be over. Are people looking at me as the son of a hero? Well, maybe I am, but I'm still just me.
Okay then, let's talk about you. What are you fighting for?
I feel like the present world is made up of things we've inherited from the past.
Alright, collectively, we all say, duh.
We get life and a home from our parents, knowledge from our teachers. And not just the good stuff. Take prejudice against Darksons. That's learned behavior.
Uh-huh.
Every creature out there is trying to pass things along to future generations. I want to pass on what I think is right. I'm fighting for the ability to do that.
Thank you very much. That's all I've got for you today.
Great, we're done? I want to get back to that fascinating insect again.
Huh, you really hit the nail on the head. He's as entertaining as he is unpredictable. I was planning on moving along to the next squad after interviewing everyone in Squad 7. But I think I'll stick around and learn a bit more about you Sevens, if you don't mind.
Not at all. Just try to stay out of the combat zones, for your own safety.
I'm not making any promises. I go where the scoop takes me. That's just how I roll.
Yeah, well, that's it for this particular chapter. Back to Cloudburst. And let's make sure we save, because, you know...
Squad 7's suppression of the enemy camp on the West Bank gave us the foothold we needed. Now we'll join the Army's vassal battalion in Operation Cloudburst to take back the bridge. Militia forces will take the point, crossing the bridge and attacking the eastern camp.
Captain, crossing that bridge means breaching the enemy bridgehead. What sort of on-site backup and supplies can we expect from the Army on this?
The plan calls for the Army to commence its operation after we've struck the bridgehead.
Wait a minute. So we're just being offered up on a platter?
I know how you feel. I felt that way when I was a militia foot soldier too. But sometimes being a soldier means taking on tough missions, even dangerous ones.
Understood, Captain.
Meh. Still sounds like you're being sent to the slaughter.
I'm not saying you're wrong, Faldio. Breaching that bridgehead by ourselves is... it's going to be tough.
Captain Virat, may I go observe the area around the bridge?
Observe it? I don't mind, but what do you...
Welkin!
Sergeant Melchiot, what is it?
Oh, sorry to interrupt the meeting.
We're finished, it's fine. Now, I assume there's a reason for your visit?
Yes, Captain. Welkin, I mean, Lieutenant Gunther, the squad, they're at each other's throats.
What?
Please stop them, sir. I tried to, but I couldn't.
You want me to break it up? I don't know. Maybe it'd be better to just let them have it out.
Let them have it out? You can't just ignore them.
I'm not ignoring them. I think it's important that they say what they're thinking. Butting heads over differing opinions can be one way to bring people closer together.
Oh, wait, that discipline slip in your squad, Welkin.
Well, but... that may be, but I still... Look, you can't just sit here while your squad's tearing itself apart. It's not right. Now get a move on, sir.
Hey, Alicia?
Sounds like he's got his hands full.
It's all part of growing as a team.
Alright. Welkin's boast.
Hold on! Okay, what's going on here?
You really have to ask, Lieutenant. It's either her or me, pal. Who let her in anyway? You really think I'm gonna work with a dark hair? She'll blow us all up. Besides, I can't stand the stink of her! Her type's got a bad reputation and everybody knows it. No Darksons allowed. You hear me?
Oh yes, I've heard everything you have to say. But I'm still a human being the same as you. Besides, points. No evidence exists to substantiate what you call the Darkson calamity. It's a myth.
Excuse me? So what, you're calling me stupid now?
Stop it, that's enough!
Okay, boss man. We won't fight alongside no Darkson. What about that can't you understand? Another thing we ain't doing is taking orders from some hotshot greenhorn.
All right, fine. Now listen and listen good. I'll have that bridge back in Gallia's hands in 48 hours.
Huh?
Now if my plan fails, which I doubt, then I'll resign. And Squad 7 will be all yours, Largo. But if my plan works, you'll take my orders and like it.
Your funeral, boss man. You sure about this?
Yes, I am.
But... wait a sec. Welkin?
That's quite an impressive boast. About sub-episodes. Some episodes in the book are listed with an asterisk. These are sub-episodes, often telling a side story tangential to the main plot. For that reason, it's not necessary to view them in order to advance in the game. Though there is no penalty for skipping sub-episodes, they often offer a different perspective on the events unfolding in the story you won't find elsewhere. Yeah, we're not gonna skip them, of course, but we will watch them next time. Thank you for watching.